It's been a little over a year since our last COVID-19 food service specific update for the US market. This time last year, the food service industry was cautiously finding the new normal. The restaurant industry slowed immensely, buffets were still closed, and there were large quantities of older inventory with food service distributors and wholesalers. As such, purchasing remained efficient and conservative as the risk of the second wave and further lockdowns loomed. As the calendar turned from 2020 to 2021, there was a sense of real optimism in the air. COVID vaccinations continued to be distributed, and by April, we were reconnecting as the country was inching toward the next normal. By May, it seemed as if the industry was roaring back as there was a sense that people no longer had concerns about dining out. However, the restaurant industry now faced labor shortages. Fast forward to present day, and the focus is back on battling the public health crisis as the highly contagious Delta variant has the nation in a fourth wave, now 18 months into this pandemic. So what does the landscape of the food service market look like now? And what is the future outlook? Find out after this.
From the pristine waters of Alaska to the seafood aisles, every time you purchase sustainably harvested Sinbad products, you are supporting the livelihood of hard-working Americans. From the committed fishermen on the boats, the high-level processors, and diligent inspectors, to the far-reaching freight crews all around the country, Sinbad Platinum Ultra is caught in America, processed in America, and sold in America. With a wide variety of flavors to choose from and conveniently effortless to prepare, we've made it simple to share the perfect seafood experience.
From our point of view, we are seeing that some food service operators are twice as busy as they were pre-pandemic, which is a sharp contrast to a year ago when the industry was trying to unload a surplus of product and now can barely keep product in stock. A number of factors are contributing to supply issues, such as container shortages, congestion at the ports, raw material shortages, and skyrocketing freight rates that have seen rates from China to North America go from $4,000 a year and a half ago to $27,000 today. All of which should have us preparing for the continued rise of inflation as spending continues and supply chains problems persist. To add fuel to the fire, the industry is now also closely following the events surrounding pollock from Alaska and the Bayside program that is currently stalling millions of pounds of seafood, and potentially even millions more as court proceedings continue to stall that supply chain. For ourselves, we have food service operators pre-booking products into next year already, and we do not anticipate a slowdown in demand anytime soon. Recent reports are that a majority of U.S. independent restaurants will be forced to close if U.S. Congress does not quickly replenish the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. Although this is potentially a sad reality, the demand on food services should remain unchanged, at least in the short term, as we are seeing the growth and demand. Restaurants and bars have increased their servicing areas, and with that, they have more people to serve, adding to the demand. Overall, industry experts are forecasting consumer consumption of seafood from restaurants to increase 1% or more over the next year. It is also important to note that the pandemic recovery is expected to vary by region. The Midwest is the most underdeveloped for seafood and has the highest negative pandemic impact, with higher focus on fast food and fried seafood than other regions. The Northeast area will do okay, the South area will take a minor drop, and more so for the Western area. Casual dining is the primary operator segment, and since the pandemic began, off-premise dining or takeout is still driving most restaurant volume. The dine-in segment share will continue to increase post-pandemic, but takeout and delivery will continue to be very important. It is vital that restaurant operators ensure they have optimal dine-in and takeout menu options to continue to drive growth. It is also critical to ensure that products are well suited for quality takeout and provide support to operators on optimizing the prep methods and packaging for takeout. Consumers are open to ordering a variety of dishes with seafood. However, preference for global entrees as well as soup, salad, appetizers have declined, likely driven by the pandemic. Health has been a key driver of increased consumption during the pandemic, with customers choosing healthier menu options when available. When asked what type of fish in general customers would order, salmon is the top seafood ordered at restaurants. Specialty fish types like mahi-mahi and regional shellfish are at early stages of the menu life cycle and could be longer-term opportunities, particularly for seafood or for more upscale dining menus. Restaurants will see a strong recovery in 2021, but will still be struggling with lower sales, margins, and staffing. As restaurants are running operations with lower staffing levels and compressed margins, there is a need for operational simplicity with an increasing reliance on convenience products that save labor and are more cost-effective. Safe to say, as restaurants have invested in off-premise upgrades, takeout is here to stay. As the recovery continues, suppliers need to be ready to respond to increases in demand for seafood growth. Operators need to partner with bulletproof seafood suppliers that can ensure supply and delivery. Our recommendation is to contact Tradex Foods, the reliable seafood experts, to ensure you plan for and receive the product you need to meet the demands of the seafood market of tomorrow, today. If you are not already, be sure to subscribe to our 3-Minute Market Insight using the sign-up form below to keep tuned into all upcoming market insights. Thank you so much for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This has been Rochelle Ryerson reminding you to stay safe, buy smart, and eat more seafood.